Hi sisters, it's Diana. I hope you're having an amazing day wherever you are. So in today's video, as you guys already saw from the title, I will be doing a first impressions on the Morphe and James Charles eyeshadow palette. I am just super excited to play around with it and show you guys here on video how it performs on my eyelids. And yeah, so let's go ahead and open this up so I can show you guys what it looks like. So when you first open up the box, the palette comes wrapped up in some bubble wrap so that it doesn't get damaged, which I think is awesome because nobody likes broken makeup. You know, if you're ordering from online or anything and your makeup arrives damaged, that is never fun for anybody. So this is what the actual palette looks like. Look at this thing. It is big. So this is the little sheet that has all of the eyeshadow names on it. So the palette itself retails for $39 and it has 39 shades. So there's definitely a little something in there for everyone. And because I did not purchase the brush kit from the James Charles and Morphe collection, I did pick up some brushes from Morphe at Ulta. They have, I think, a holiday set at the moment. I'm not sure, but it is called Eye Slay, and it comes with 6 different eye brushes. So I thought it would be fitting to go ahead and get those and try out some of the Morphe brushes with the Morphe and James Charles eyeshadow palette. But anyways, you guys, I'm really excited to go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and get into today's video. All right, let's get into the palette. I already primed my eyelids. Looking at this palette, the only thing I wish was different is that it had the shade names here at the bottom, because they're all in the little sheet and I'll probably end up losing that, or I don't know. So yeah, that's the only thing so far that I wish was different. So let me get my little sheet here and tell you guys which shades I'm using. So we're going to start with the shade called Flashback, and I'm going to apply that all over the lid because that is going to be my base. So let's go ahead and go in with that. So Flashback is just a pure white shade. It's also one of the larger shades in the palette because it's one of your basic shades that you're probably going to use more. So that's why he made certain shades bigger. Same for the other eye. You guys, if I speed up my makeup application and you see my mouth moving, it's because I'm probably talking too much and just saying random things that are not important. So if you see that happening, just ignore it. Okay, I think I might just jump right in to the shade called Cola and put that in my crease. So yeah, we're just gonna go for it. So I don't have a small and normal hand-sized mirror, so I'm going to be using this as my mirror. That's nice. Okay, so this is applying very easily. It's very easy to blend. So that's good. I'm gonna go back into that shade and apply more. Okay, and I'm just going to blend this upward a little. All right, so this is what we have so far. All right, you guys, I really hope that I'm in focus because I can't really tell because my viewfinder is tiny and I don't have a monitor yet that I can connect to my viewfinder. So I really hope that I am in focus. because if not, that would really suck. The next shade I'm going to go into is called Brother, and I'm going to use that as a transition shade. Okay, I brought that out a bit too far, but I'm gonna clean that up later, so it's okay. So now I'm going to go back into the shade called Cola, and I'm going to apply that to my outer V. So, there we go. Oh my goodness, this is gonna give me all of the fallout. Oh, why do I always do my foundation first? Why am I like this? Okay, so everything's blending out pretty well. I think the pigment is really nice. There is a little bit of fallout right here, so I'm going to have to take care of that later after I'm done, but I don't think it'll be too hard to take it off, so I think we're fine. But I'm going to go back in to the same shade, Cola, and keep working it on my on my outer V. These shades are also like very buildable from what I am noticing so far. They are pretty easy to work with, which is nice. All right, I think that's looking pretty good so far. So now I think I'm going to go in with a little bit of the black shade, which I'm kind of scared to do because I don't want to mess up this whole thing. But we're going to go for it. You know, I've been trying to step out of my comfort zone lately. So we're gonna go into the shade called Spooky, and I think I'm just going to, I guess, apply this on my outer V and maybe on my crease. We'll see. I think that's what I'm gonna do, but we'll see how it looks because I'm kind of scared. Okay. Let's not mess this up. Let's not mess this up, please. This might as well be my eyeliner. Okay, so this is what I have so far, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I feel like maybe I shouldn't have used so much of the shade called Spooky because now the look is not as vibrant. But we're going to keep going and see how everything turns out. I'm going to cut my crease and go from there. I got some concealer on my inner corner, so let me clean that up real quick. There we go. Sorry about that. All right, so there's that. I'm going to let that dry a little bit so that it doesn't mess with the application of the shades. I guess I can go ahead and start doing my other eye while I wait for that to dry. So let's go ahead and do that. This eye looks better than this one. Well, at least I think so. I hope so. I hope one of these look okay. But all right, I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease on this eye, and then we're going to keep moving with this one. So let's go ahead and cut that crease. Okay, but I do have that song by Ariana Grande stuck in my head right now. Thank You Next. That is my favorite song right now. I mean, I cannot relate at all to the song, but I like it. It's very catchy, and I like Ariana Grande. So, it's one of my favorite songs at the moment. Does that look okay? I hope so. I'm not going to bring this up too much because I did that last time and it did not go well. So from here, I'm going to go into the shade called Flashback. This is the brush that I'm going to use. It has no name. which makes me sad because I want it to be like, this is an M something something something, but not today. I'm just kidding, it doesn't matter. Okay, I might spray this with some setting spray. Okay, so since I want an even more intense white, I'm going to spray my brush with my setting spray. And I'm going to go back into the shade called Flashback and try again. Okay, that's good enough. So I'm going to now go into the shade called Acapella, which is a dark blue shimmery shade, and I'm going to apply that around right here on my lid, and then we'll go from there. I might need to spray this shade, I'm not sure yet. This shade might have a bit more fallout than the other shades. Okay, I want it to be more intense, so I'm going to spray my brush and go back in with that same shade. Wow, hello pigment. I am messing up my crease. I'll go back and fix it. I'm sorry. There's a lot of trial and error when I'm doing my makeup. Okay. I mean, one day, oh, whoa, hello fallout. Okay, I hope I can fix that later. We will try. If not, then that sister sucks. And then I'm also gonna have to go back into the black shade and redefine this area. Oh, all that fallout. Oh my goodness. So there's that. I don't know how I'm going to get rid of that fallout, but the shade is really pretty. So I'm going to go into the shade called Ring Light and apply that to the inner corner and a little bit on the lid. See how that goes. Oh, that is pretty. We're gonna put that same shade on the brow bone too, because that is pretty. Okay, so like I said, I need to go back and redefine this area. So I'm going to go back into the shade called Spooky and do that. I feel like this eye look is taking forever. Probably because I didn't really know what I wanted to like do exactly. Like, I know what colors I wanted to use, but I wasn't too sure how I was going to use them. Now we're going to jump right into the shade called Acapella, and I already sprayed my brush and jumped into that shade. So let's go ahead and apply that same as this one and hope that we don't have as much fallout. Okay, looking good. I'm gonna spray my brush again and get some more of the same shade and keep working at it. Well, this one is having a little bit less fallout. It's probably because I used a smaller brush. I guess I needed to use a smaller brush and not be as careless as I was when I applied the shade on this eye. So just be mindful of that and don't do dumb things. I am now going to go in to the shade called Ring Light and apply that to my inner corner and a little bit on the lid. I think I want to make this area a bit more blue. I'm going to mix the shade called Cola and Playground and try and make this a bit more vibrant. See how that goes, because I'm like changing my mind a little bit about the way that looks. You guys, I was not prepared to do the look that I am doing right now. And I think you can tell. Alright you guys, so I'm gonna go back into the shade called Ring Light and apply that on my brow bone. Alright you guys, so I still need to work on my lower lash line, but so far I don't know how I feel about this eye look. It didn't really come out the way I pictured it, but the eyeshadow palette itself is working fine. The only thing that I'm slightly upset about is all of the fallout that I had in this area, but once I tried a different brush and I wasn't so aggressive with the eyeshadow, I didn't get as much fallout on this side. So I blame myself for this and not so much the shade, but do be careful with the shade called Acapella and with pressed I guess shades like that, because you can end up with a lot of fallout. Other than that, I don't really have anything bad to say about the palette so far. Everything is applying the way that I expected it to apply. So for the lower lash line, I'm just gonna go back into the shade called Acapella and just apply it all down here. And then for the inner part, I'm just gonna go in with the shade called Ring Light. Ooh, pretty. That actually looks really pretty. It looks like a really pretty eyeliner. Well, hello there. I know this look looks crazy, but James said to unleash your inner artist, so that is what I am trying to do. Is it going as planned? No, but I'm definitely trying. Alright you guys, so this is what the eyeshadow is looking like so far. I'm going to try and clean up all this fallout, and yeah, I guess I'm going to go ahead and apply eyeliner and eyelashes, and then I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look. I will also apply the rest of my makeup, so when I come back you guys will see what everything ends up looking like together. At the moment, I know it looks like a mess, but hopefully once I'm done, everything comes together, and yeah, so I'll be right back. Alright sisters, so this is the finished look. I can never say sisters like that because it sounds so weird to me, but when James says it, it's fine, but if I say it, it's kind of weird. You guys, this might be the last time I use Ardell lashes because they were really giving me a hard time today, and they messed up my eyeshadow like from right here several times. But I'm finally done. This is the finished look once I applied lashes and my very dramatic eyeliner and the rest of my makeup. I feel like everything came together. My inspiration came from a bird, and this is giving me more of Dory from Finding Nemo vibes, so there's that. The highlighter I'm actually wearing right now is from this palette. It is the shade called Face. It is this one right here, and I think it looks really, really pretty. I don't know if you guys can see it pretty well on camera, but here in person it looks very, very pretty. So my final thoughts on this palette, I only used a few shades. I have never used blue eyeshadow before, so this is my first time doing that, and I actually really like the way everything turned out, so I'm pretty happy about that. I didn't have any issues with the shades blending. I didn't have any issues with the pigment. I feel like everything applied very well. For the price, I do recommend it. You get 39 shades for $39. I think James did a really good job, and you don't have to create crazy dramatic looks. You don't have to make everything super colorful. You can also create natural looks. You have your neutral colors right here, and then you have some browns over here. You have the option to create whatever you want, which I think is really cool. But alright you guys, that is everything I have for you today. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Ghoul? What? Okay. When you mix good and cool at the same time. Okay, mean girls. Oh no. Everything is falling apart. Easy breezy, beautiful. A sister surprise. Some sister sleep. Look at all of these sister shadows. I feel like everyone's probably gonna do that in these videos. And James is probably like, stop, okay? Just stop.